Welcome to the Schizo Talkshow episode 2, baby. We're on a roll. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I want to run this show. I think for now I'm just going to talk about whatever the hell I feel like talking about. If you have any suggestions or if you want to bitch about the technical quality or the audio quality or anything, just let me know in the comments. I'm sure all you nerds already are well aware of how to leave hate comments on people's posts. Anyways, we're gonna just jump straight into it. So we're talking about fat people today. So this was a post I saw a couple days ago now. Diet Coke, Sprite, and Fanta recalled due to potential foreign material. Now, I didn't look too much into this, but if you needed a reason to get off sodas, this is your fucking reason. They're recalling sodas. Wasn't there a thing where some dude supposedly found a rat in a Mountain Dew bottle, and then he tried suing the company, and in court they proved that the Mountain Dew would have dissolved the mouse within 30 days, and they somehow proved that the can of Mountain Dew he had was obviously older than 30 days, so the mouse couldn't have been from the Mountain Dew factory. Like, this shit's just poison. You need to get the fuck off this shit. There's foreign material. They already allow so much poison in these sodas already. What the fuck is this foreign material gonna do to you if you're drinking this shit? It's so poisonous that they have to recall the sodas. You know how poisonous the sodas already are? Oh man, this shit's definitely gonna fucking kill you. Anyways, there's a lot of fat police officers. Have you noticed that? There are so many fat police officers. I know it's a meme, but obviously I don't know what it's like where you live, dear viewer. But where I live, when I get in the car and I go for a drive and I bump into some of the local sheriffs and constables, I swear to God, those dudes, they gotta recline their chair like all the way back here and be grabbing the steering wheel like this. Like, some of them dudes definitely are Santa Claus on the weekend at the local malls. Like, I'll throw up a picture on screen of what I'm talking about, but in my state, independent school districts can have their own private police department. Well, I don't know exactly how it works, but they can have their own police department. So it's nice that they're taking security more seriously. But I have deadass seen police officers out and about with so-and-so independent school district patch on their shoulder. And some of these guys are so fat that on their belt, their magazine pouches, like this picture here, the magazines are supposed to be seated like straight up like this, but they're so fat that the magazines are canted out like this. Like, I don't know how you draw, you couldn't draw that straight up. You'd have to draw it out like this, the magazines. Do some weird motion. I don't know. But I doubt these guys train anyways if they're that fat. There's no way they're out hitting the range training. Definitely not lifting weights or doing jujitsu or anything worthwhile. So it's pretty sad. And there's a lot of people that say, oh, guns should only be for the police officers. They're the only ones responsible. I swear to God, I've seen more obese police officers than almost any other person in any other occupation. It's fucking wild how these guys are getting through. And I know damn well they're not chasing anybody down. These guys are not arresting anybody. These guys, I don't even know what they do. There's a famous video out there of, I think Donut Operator did a video on this. But there's a video of this fat cop that gets ran around by this black lady at her car. And then eventually the black lady gets to her car and grabs a revolver or something and puts a couple rounds into the cop. And it hits him in the stomach, but he's so fat that the bullet, it slows down enough going through his fat that he ends up being okay. I find that shit really funny. How are these... And granted, that was a while ago. But still, so many of these police officers are just so fat and lazy. I could not imagine sending my kid to a school district where this fucking doofus, a doofus like this, a bozo like this, is there to protect my kid, make sure that he doesn't get killed by the next MK Ultra psyop fucking mass shooter. This guy is not running down the school hallways to go apprehend a mass shooter. This guy is not out to go do anything productive. He is there to collect a decent little above average salary and sit around and do jack shit and eat donuts. Speaking of fat police officers, credit to Voodoo6 on Instagram. Look at this lady. Look at this ATF agent. These are the people that they're sending to come confiscate your bump stocks and your FRT triggers. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's going on here? Let's do a little bit better here. This is... I'm pretty sure this is an ATF agent. These are the people that shoot your dogs. These people. These are the people selling drugs to the cartel. Not drugs to the cartel. I mean, probably. But these are the people selling guns to the cartel. You know, Fast and Furious and all that. I bet they kept doing it. Probably brought in a lot of money. They probably kept doing Fast and Furious type stuff. We just haven't heard about it yet. Anyways, just look at the absolute state of this lady. These are your enemy right here. These people. These are the people that are stomping and shitting all over the Constitution. It's these people. And look at them. They're slobs. They probably hate themselves. They're losers. Just look at them. And these are the people that want to disarm you. I think we're gonna win, guys. I think we're gonna win. I have a feeling that things are gonna be just a-okay for us patriots, or whatever you want to call us normal people, or whatever. Us rootin' tootin' gun shooting Americans. I think we're gonna be just fine. If that's the type of people that's coming up against us. Speaking of fat people here, Southwest Airlines is praised for customers of size policy that allows overweight flyers to purchase one seat and get another complimentary seat. These... I don't think I need to say anything here. Alright, we're gonna pivot a little bit. Alright, that's enough about fat people. I can dog on fat people all day, but that's enough. So, this was a day or two ago, but Republicans just blocked another Democrat gun safety bill. This was the 3D Printed Gun Safety Act. And this video, I'm not going to post it, but in this video, this guy here, I don't remember his name, he talks about how the gun lobby is responsible for why they couldn't get their 3D printed gun ban. Like, these people, they don't even understand what they're talking about. The gun lobby, the NRA, Smith & Wesson, like whoever you want to say, none of these companies or organizations or anything have anything to do with the 3D printed gun community. Like, oh, it's the gun lobbyists, they're proliferating these ghost guns. They're not making money off of ghost guns. I guarantee that none of the gun lobby gives a shit about protecting ghost guns just because they're not making any money off of it. Like, they don't even understand what they're talking about. They're just like, oh, we're gonna ban it. We're gonna ban everything. Oh, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's people like this that think the gun lobby is what's preventing them from confiscating 3D printed guns. Speaking of gun control, apparently the U.S. Supreme Court declines to block Illinois ban on rifles and magazines. The Supreme Court was doing alright for a little while, but now they kinda... I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Why's the Supreme Court not taking this up? I guess that just goes to show that the courts aren't our friends. We can't sit around and beg for our rights. At some point we're gonna have to, you know, not just hope and pray that the courts or Congress or the NRA or even the FPC or the GOA. Now, those are great organizations, and you should probably donate money to those organizations. But at some point, we're going to have to realize that the courts are not going to protect us whatsoever. And legally appealing all of their rules and everything, eventually it's not going to work anymore. Well, gun control and fat police officers. I feel like that's a decent place to end this one. Gun control and fat police officers. This has been the Friendly MVE with yet another unscripted shit show of a talk show. See y'all when I see y'all next. Don't get arrested, guys. It's not very cool.